Hello YouTube, my name is Nick, and today I got a game of domination on Scrapyard using the AK-47, and the AK is a pretty good choice for Scrapyard. It's a fairly close range map, like a close to mid range, and that's where the AK-47 excels. Not exactly the best gun at a distance, but whatever. Predator Harrier Chopper Gunner because I like to get lots of kills. But today I'm going to talk about Modern Warfare 3 maps, and just my thoughts about them and what I want to see. Now, if you watched any of the Call of Duty XP videos, you will have gotten a look at a few of the Modern Warfare 3 maps, but having not played them myself, I can't really properly judge whether or not the maps are good or whether or not I'd like them based on the small amount of gameplay I did see. But I have come up with a few things that I like to see in a map, and a few maps that I really like from the Call of Duty franchise. Now, the problem I found with Modern Warfare 2 maps is that a lot of them are too small. Like this map here, if I go any further, I'll be in their spawn, they'll spawn around me and I'll die. So there's points that you really can't push past. That's probably just the nature of domination. Like in Team Deathmatch, you can move around a bit more, but in domination, if I go any further to their spawn, like my team's all behind me, and that means their entire team is going to be on that portion of the map, so it's just not going to work out well for me if I go any further. So I could run backwards, but that's me running away from the enemy, so it kind of forces you to camp almost. I'm not saying like you have to, but it just makes it more difficult to rush in, if you guys understand what I'm saying. Now, generally I like maps that are bigger and have lots of cover and aren't very linear. An example of that would be Afghan. Like, it's not a really linear map. The flags are kind of set up in a triangle. The map's not really like a rectangle shape. It's it's just an obscure shape, and that allows you to move around more, I'd say. There's more places you can go. In this map, like, you see I can move around a bit, but once I push past this plane, really, I'm in their spawn and I'm gonna get killed. So what it just tends to have you doing in Modern Warfare 2 is that you kind of just push forward up to the, see, like, there I'm in their spawn, there's 3 guys, I have no chance. But what usually ends up happening is that you push forward and then you just trap them in their spawn, which is pretty fun, but sometimes I like to run around more, use a silence gun and that kind of thing. Anyways, I was thinking about Modern Warfare 3, and usually in Call of Duty games they tend to release map packs, and in Modern Warfare 2 what they did was they brought back older maps from Call of Duty 4. So now what I was thinking is, Modern Warfare 3 will probably end up bringing back older maps because, they were fairly successful. I really didn't like Strike, but other than that, it worked out fairly well. Vacant maybe had a bit too much noob tubes, but if they manage to fix that flaw in Modern Warfare 3 and have the game not overrun by noob tubes, I think some of these maps would work out fairly well. If Modern Warfare 3 releases a map pack that includes Modern Warfare 2 maps, there's a few maps I'd definitely like to see. First off is Afghan. This is probably my all-time favorite map. There's lots of space to move around. Kill streaks do a lot of damage, and it's just generally a very fun map to play for me. I also like Estate. It's somewhat linear, but there's lots of ways to get around. I like the dip in the middle of the map that you can run into, and people don't usually shoot you. There's a lot of cover in it. I generally tend to like that map. Quarry is also one of my favorite maps. Somewhat linear, but there's lots of different places to go. I love how you can climb on all the different rocks and get lots of places, and people often don't expect you to be in certain spots, and that's really cool when you sneak up on them and they're like, oh no, how'd you get there? Another map I like is Underpass because, I don't know, you can run around a lot. If you have like a silenced assault rifle, you can go into their spawn, kill them a bit, and then run around and that sort of thing. And I'm not sure if they bring back CoD4 maps, but if they do, there's a few I'd definitely like to see. Not necessarily the ones that they brought back for Modern Warfare 2. I'm not sure how they chose it. I thought at one point they did a poll, but I'm not sure about that. If they do a poll, that would be pretty cool. But Ambush, Backlot, Countdown, Crossfire, Overgrown, Downpour, Showdown were all maps I really liked from CoD4, but I'm not sure if all of them would necessarily work with Modern Warfare 3. A map like Ambush I think would probably work. It was fairly big. The only issue is it didn't have a lot of cover. All the buildings were pretty much like broken and had no roof, so you know, powerful kill streaks would do probably a little bit too much damage on a map like that. Backlot, I really loved this map. It was a big map. There was lots of places to go. You know, there was tons of buildings to go into. It was just a really cool map, and I often enjoy playing it. Countdown probably also wouldn't work because there's not very many buildings, and it usually led to spawn trap. But hopefully they can, you know, come up with a better spawn system in Modern Warfare 3. Overgrown, you know, they brought that back for Modern Warfare 2. It was fairly successful. I can't really see any flaws with it. You know, it was a really good map. It was big, had lots of cover. There was lots of different places to go, and I really enjoy playing that on both CoD4 and Modern Warfare 2. I think it was a really well designed map. Downpour in CoD4 also usually leads to spawn trapping, but pretty much every map in Call of Duty 4 led to spawn trapping when you played Domination. It's just the way the spawn systems work. They work kind of like demolition spawns from Modern Warfare 2, where they like never change until you capture their flag, and even when you capture their flag, their spawn still doesn't change until they capture a flag. So yeah, you could do some pretty serious spawn trapping. But Downpour was fairly big. It had lots of different routes to get to the other side of the map, and that's what's important to me. I don't like it when the game's really predictable and, you know, there's only one way to get somewhere, because then you pretty much get trapped and it's just you standing on one side of the map, the enemy standing on the other side of the map, and nothing ever happens. So I like maps where there's lots of different places to go. Even if it takes a little bit longer, you can go the longer way and sneak up on the enemy. And the last map is Showdown. I really like Showdown, but it was mainly just because everybody used ACOG M40 on that map, or a lot of people did at least, and it was really fun. But I'm not sure how well it would work with Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3, but you know, I don't know, I think it might work, but it depends on how powerful the guns and kill streaks end up being in MW2, so we'll have to see. But anyways, this game's coming to an end. Before it does, I have a couple questions I'd like to ask you guys. First of all, do you think they should bring back older Call of Duty maps in Modern Warfare 3, or you think they should just include completely new maps? And next question is, if you do think they should bring back older maps, what Call of Duty maps would you like to see? Probably Infinity Ward maps. I doubt they'll bring back any Treyarch maps. That wouldn't make much sense. You know, like a World War II map in its modern day setting. But yeah, so which Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty 4 map would you like to see in MW3? I'm interested to know what you guys think, so let me know by leaving a comment below, and I'll probably end up reading those. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Went 59-3 that game, by the way. Didn't really talk a whole lot about the gameplay, more about maps. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about MW3 maps. I'll see you guys later. Bye.